Welcome to another edition of the Sustainable Scoop. I'm Sophia Cummings here at the Highlands Urban Garden Against Hunger, and I'm here with Gary Fuller. Welcome.
Thank you.
So you volunteered with the garden. What was your favorite part?
I used to live in a suburban area and had a little home garden. Now I live in a condo, so getting out and just digging in the dirt and feeling like reconnecting, that's what's really fun for me.
Great. Can you explain your role a little bit with the garden?
Of course, thanks. Well, with Friends of Urban Agriculture, I serve as a board member, but as a resident of Arlington, I care passionately about urban agriculture and food production. When we first started, there was nothing here, almost dead grass, dead soil, and we saw this as an opportunity to really change it. So from the first days that we came around the corner and sort of looked at this space and thought, that space right there really could be something. To be here now and seeing it, to envision a project and then to build it and actually make it happen, that's tremendously satisfying.
Yeah. Well, the garden looks beautiful today and all the crops are just gorgeous.
Look around here, you can see there's a lot of underutilized space in Virginia Highlands Park. And that was actually the concept, that we wanted to do something that could help to revitalize the park.
So what does the Highland Urban Gardens mean to you?
Oh gosh, it means so much because it is my neighborhood. I was at the beginning stages of this garden, and it's just great to see how it's come along and all the volunteers that we've brought on board. It's really definitely the community garden we thought it could be.
We could not have done this. This is Livability 22202 Open Space is one of the working groups of our framework, our action plan for this whole zip code here. But in June of 2020, we formed a partnership with Friends of Urban Agriculture. They're the gurus. They're the ones who know how to do the plans. They have taken over AFAC, the Arlington Food Assistance Center's Plot for Hunger. That's why if you look here, you'll see a sign that says Plot Against Hunger. And they have guided us on every step of the way. And David Sachs has been my mentor and my guru on the garden. What we're doing is all of this produce now, we're over 100 pounds at this point. And so that produce is going to various charities.
How has that impacted your church community, and what do you guys do with the donations?
It allows us to help give out food to the local families that are in need in the community. They're mostly not church members, just anyone who needs. And then they just tell their friends that are in need. And we're giving out hundreds of bags of food a week. And it's wonderful to not just have dry goods, which we were doing initially, to now have some fresh vegetables and fruits as well, which is fabulous.
What has been your favorite part about volunteering with the Highlands Urban Garden?
Oh, just sharing experience, a lot of times multi-generational experience with the older people here and David, who's a farmer, and just getting that knowledge about you don't put the fertilizer on the leaves, and you design your irrigation system to be easy to use and all of that. Yeah.
What do you hope the community gains from a garden like this?
I hope it's resilience. We have a greater understanding of how the food systems work, and a supply of food if Safeway ran out or something disastrous. Yeah.
That would be pretty disastrous. So what does the Highland Urban Gardens mean to you and for the future of sustainability and national landing?
It's actually the first community thing that we ran across when we moved back, and having children and having run a licensed home daycare program called the Children's Garden, where that was a part of what we did. To me, it's very important that they learn where food comes from and they eat healthier and are more interested in things like sustainability and growing things organically and that sort of thing when they experience it. So when we ran across this, we immediately did our homework to figure out who was doing it, how we could get involved, and made it out to volunteer a little bit. They actually helped put up the first fence that went up. Right? Were you guys helpers?
That's awesome.
David, so tell me, what does this urban garden mean to you?
This is just a great use of a public space. This Virginia Highlands Park has a lot of activities going on, so this is just another enhancement to all the things that are happening out here. You look at a day like this, a beautiful day in July, park's full of people doing lots of things, and we've got this great, beautiful urban garden here to to highlight some of the opportunities for the folks in the area. I think one of the great things about it's obviously something that's really important for folks, particularly since the pandemic started, to have another opportunity to provide food like this. I think another great thing about this garden is it also demonstrates some things that can be done in small spaces. This garden is not a giant piece of plot. This is the sort of example that people can do in their backyards, on their patios, other areas, whether they use the food for themselves or also use it as a way to donate food to others.
This means a healthy future. That's what it means to me. And it's just beautiful. It makes the place great, and this really kind of brings together sustainability and equity that we're working on here. And as we start to read more and more about California's on fire, Florida's going underwater, where are we going to get our fruits and vegetables? This won't do it for lots and lots of people, but it does it for lots of people.
Yeah.
I mean, so also, we're here in National Landing, so Amazon's coming, that big building with all of the trees. And I think we're really building, in a way, I'm calling it a new urbanism. I think that maybe is a special term for other things, but to me, this is the future of cities. Because what we have here is you've got a really thriving business community that's really taking off, but we're also adding green, what we call biophilic elements. We have just joined the international network of biophilic cities. And this is part of that movement to make it so people don't have to spread all out and sprawl. They can live in urban areas, yet be in touch with nature.
I think we are thinking about the full gamut of sustainability. We are one of the most connected communities in the country when you look at our transportation system. And so there are multiple systems here where we're thinking about sustainability, about impact, about doing things differently for the betterment of the community. I think during the pandemic, we realized how much we rely on our neighbors and our community to thrive. And this is a great example. It came together during the pandemic, and now we're seeing, as we're coming back out of things, enjoying our very first big harvest. It's so exciting, but it's really that demonstration of what we can do together as a community.
So how can people get in touch with you?
Well, everyone can follow us on social media at National Landing. We're constantly doing events and community-based programming, so definitely encourage people to tune in.
Great. This has been another edition of the Sustainable Scoop. I'm Sophia Cummings. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow our social media pages and check out our website, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
If you like this content and want to see more like it, please like the video and subscribe to the Sustainable Scoop YouTube channel. To learn more about Sustainable Scoop, including how you can get involved in your community, participate in projects like this, or make your own videos, visit us at sustainablescoop.org. Thanks for watching!